Okay, so today we're going to be doing the Melon Chef. And the first thing you need to do is go to Project 2 and go to Resources. That's going to bring you to the veggies. And it's going to open up the vegetables, which you need to download. So you can either download them or you can actually take this and drag it to your desktop. And my veggies are going to be right here. I'm going to take veggies and I'm going to drag it to Photoshop. It's going to pop up in Photoshop. The next thing that I need to do is make my canvas. I'm going to go to File, New. We're going to name this Your Name and Veggie Chef. And we're going to keep this as default Photoshop size, so it should be 7, 5, and we can actually change this to 72. This doesn't need to be that big. And we're going to click OK. The first thing I'm going to notice is that I need to turn my canvas. I'm going to split my screen and I'm going to turn my canvas. Actually, I don't need to split my screen. But to turn your canvas, you're going to go to Image, Image Rotation, and you can click counterclockwise or clockwise. It doesn't matter, but we just need to turn it so it is portrait size. I'm going to go back to my vegetables, and you guys are going to learn a ton of new tools today. And the first tool that you're going to use is the second tool. And we've used this tool with the 1000 Words project. It's called the Rectangular Marquee tool. I'm going to put a rectangle around my melon, and I'm going to hit Command C to copy. I'm going to go to my canvas, Command V to paste. And I'm going to name this Melon. Remember to name your layers. All you need to do is double click right on this word right here and you can name it. And we named this Melon. I'm going to go back, and this time I'm going to go to my other tools. I don't need my melon anymore because the melon is your base for your head. We are going to use a variety of tools to select the different vegetables and fruits. I want to show you guys your zoom tool. Your zoom tool looks like a little lollipop. It's down the bottom. There's a plus and a minus. There's this thing called scrubby zoom, which is checked for me. I hate scrubby zoom because it's like you're tripping over yourself here. You're zooming in and zooming out just with the scroll of your mouse. I don't like that. For me personally, I like to uncheck scrubby zoom and just put a square around what I really want to be close into. To go back to the normal size, you can hit fit screen. So I'm going to zoom in over here, and we're going to click and hold our rectangular marquee tool, our second tool in our toolbox, and we're going to go to the elliptical marquee tool. I'm going to cut the carrot out first, so I'm going to put a circle around the carrot. I want to get as much of the carrot as possible without any white. It will take you guys a couple of tries. It's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. Actually, don't like that. Let's see what I can do here. If you're really particular, I can kind of show you a little trick to get rid of that white. I'm going to hit Command C. I'm going to go to my vegetables, Command V. I'm going to name this carrot. And I'm going to put this into position as an eye. What happens if you're pasting your carrot and your carrot's not coming up? Look in your layers palette to see if your layer went under your melon and just drag it above. I'm actually going to copy this layer and I'm going to take it down to my little post-it note just like I did in the pop art project, and I'm going to duplicate my carrot. So now I have two eyes. If you're really particular and you would like to get rid of that white space, before you copy it, I'm going to pretend I didn't copy it. I'm going to click and hold where my quick select tool is. We've all used our quick selection tool, but I'm going to go to my magic wand and I'm going to click the white part here and hit delete. Can do as much of it as I really want. You don't have to do this. You're not going to get points off. To deselect is Command D, and that's to squash your ants. I'm going to copy my carrot again and move him over. All right, let's go back to our vegetables, and this time we're going to put a circle around our little blueberry here. Copy it and paste it, and yet again, we're going to name this blueberry, and that is going to be part of our eyes. What happens if your blueberry doesn't appear right away? Let's make sure it's not under my carrot. It needs to be on top. When you're finished, you're going to copy it. So you have 2 blueberries. And you have 2 portions of your eye. You don't have to put them down here where mine are. You can put them wherever you like. All right, so the next thing we're going to go to is, let's zoom out a little bit. Everybody's favorite tools. We're going to, actually, we're going to go down a few. Do I have them? Yes. So the third tool, and these are your lasso tools. We're going to start with our regular lasso tool. First thing I'm going to do is hit Command D so I squash my ants. We're going to get his hat. The regular lasso tool can be a little complicated and kids really don't like it. The reason why is once you click, you have to keep hold on that click. And you're going to have to move your mouse around. So I'm going to click and I'm dragging my mouse around and I need to go around my entire object. What happens if you make a mistake? You have to start over. Command D squashes your ants. So click, start over. I don't in particularly like this tool. The reason why I don't like this tool is because if you mess up, you have to start over. You're going to start to end, you need to go back to your starting point. If you're happy, you're going to hit Command C. I'm going to hit Command V. And I'm going to take my little mushroom and I'm going to make sure it's on top here and name it mushroom. Okay. That's going to be our hat. The next tool that we're going to go to is going to be we're going to go back to our lasso tools, and this one's going to be our polygonal lasso tool. I'm going to zoom in here on my pasta. And the polygonal lasso tool cuts things out in straight lines. I really like this tool. You're going to click any point that you want to keep. So every time I want to make this little diagonal thing here, the pasta shape, I just click. I don't know if you can hear me clicking, but if you can, every point I want, I click. So it's not too bad. It's not too hard. And to end your pasta here, you're going to end it by going to the start. Command C, and then Command V. We're going to make sure we go to our move tool, move it down, and name it pasta. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to make his ears. I'm going to hit Fit Screen and go to our grapefruit. The grapefruit, we're going to use what's called the magnetic lasso tool. I like the magnetic lasso tool because it suction cups 2 similar colors. The only part that I don't like about the magnetic lasso tool is that it can be very easy to screw up. So if you mess up, I can't stop it. You can hit Enter to stop it and then Command D. You can also add extra points by clicking. So if there's a part that's similar in color that you want to make sure you get, you can just click. So that's kind of cool. So I'm going to come down here. I'm going to finish that. I'm going to hit Command C and bring this over and hit Command V. And I'm going to make sure I'm on my move tool. I'm going to name this grapefruit. And with this ear, I need to rotate it. So I'm going to go Image Adjustments. Actually, I'm going to go Image Rotation. And I want to rotate it 90 degrees oops, I totally fibbed. Let's try that again. We're going to go to Image. I might have lied. Edit, Transform. Sorry. And we're going to go 90 degrees counterclockwise. Okay. We're going to do it again. So, oops. So here's your object. Edit, Transform. Rotate it 90 degrees counterclockwise. Put your ear where you want it. We're then going to copy it. Move the ear over. Go to Edit. Transform, flip horizontal. And now I have two ears that line up and are exactly the same. The next thing that we're going to do is Command D and zoom out. We are going to do the mouth. And to do our mouth, we're going to use the next tool down the line. We're going to click and hold, and we're going to use our quick select. Remember, with your quick select, you can come over here and you can change the size of your object. I'm on the plus. It actually selected my kiwi just right, so I'm going to copy. Come over to my veggies, Command paste. I'm going to move this down to the mouth and name it kiwi. All right, so we still have a couple things to make, not many. We have some eyebrows to do, and we have a nose. With our nose, we're going to use this pear. And I'm going to click and hold where my quick select, and we're going to use our magic wand. The magic wand selects things of similar color. The cool thing about it is if you switch this little button right here, contagious, it might select the whole entire, portion of your image, anything that's a similar color. So if you want to highlight all the reds, it works out really well. I'm going to hold down Shift, and I'm going to get more of my pear selected because I want to make sure I have the whole pear selected. So that's Shift, and you see my mouse turns into a little magic wand with a plus on it. That's how you add to. So I'm going to hit Command C, come over here and hit Command V. That's going to be my nose. I'm going to name that pear. Now the next thing we need to do our, let's go to our vegetables. I'm going to do our radish. And I'm not using the easiest tool in the world for our radish, but I want to show you a really neat way to select objects. You need to make sure that you're on plus and minus. And we're going to turn on this little camera over here. I'm going to turn on the camera. Oh, I must have something selected, so I'm going to hit Command D. And I'm going to use our eraser tool, just the regular eraser. I want to make sure this is nice and small and it's on a hard, nice, crisp brush. And with this tool, right now you'll see it's not doing anything. But if I switch it to white, I'm starting to color this red. And what I'm doing is I'm deselecting part of this image. And what we'll do is we'll reselect it. But what I like about this is if I make a mistake, all I have to do is switch my color here to black. And then I can go through and fix it. I can be as specific as I want, and I can actually go through and get really detailed. And I love using the quick mask because of that reason, because if you make a mistake, you can go back and fix it. I'm going to zoom out here so you guys can see. I turn off my camera to see if there's any reason I need to keep going. Sometimes you might miss a spot. Since I didn't miss a spot, you'll notice that I have ants around my radish here, and I also have ants around my project, or the rest of my vegetables. That means everything else but my radish is selected. Sometimes it's easier to just color the radish and then do an inverse. So what I'm going to do right now is go to Select, Inverse, and now my radish is selected. Command C, Command V. We will do that part of Photoshop again. I'm going to name this radish. Radish, if I could spell. I'm going to copy it, move it over, and name it, and then go to Transform, Edit, Transform, Flip Horizontal. It's already named radish, and I have two eyebrows. This does get you finished. You have your Melon Chef. I am going to show you how to do your own Melon Chef because that's what you will be doing next. So this one was our practice. Your next one will be your test, just like in the graffiti project. Everybody's going to go to File, Save As. Hopefully your box is going to pop up. Remember, you're saving it as a Photoshop document. You're making sure that you have it saved. I'm going to make sure I'm on my desktop. And I have it saved into my folder. I'm going to go to, I think I named my folder Ruggiano. No, I didn't name it Ruggiano. Bridget Ruggiano, Project 2.